Hey family, happy holidays. Hey y'all, hey fam, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? Hi family, happy holidays, COVID style. What y'all doing? Ow! Hey family. So, get waiting on the grill to finish doing what it's gonna do. What y'all doing, fam? Hey now. I wanted to have a little bit of fun with history today because a lot of us are giving a lot of shout outs to the military for this holiday. But, hey family, what y'all doing? I hope y'all enjoying yourselves. I hope everything is popping and percolating. But I wanted to get on here real quick and share some history with you. Hi, my beautiful cousin. Hey, Tots, you at work, boo? Oh my God, because you don't work, you don't eat, you don't grind, you don't shine. And I'm sorry, we just know how to get that dollar. Do we not, cuzzo? You keep up the good work. That's why, that's that black girl magic in there. That's it. I'm very proud of you. Hey, Art. So, I hope y'all are enjoying yourself. It is, the last few warm days of summer, so I really hope that y'all are taking advantage of this good old sunlight and sunshine, y'all. But let me tell y'all about something. There is a time in history, in U.S. history, where an army of child laborers went to war against tycoons and won. So I just wanted to share this history with you because it's so funny. I always share little stuff with my daughter because she's always sitting across from me doing some homework or something like that. If you plant your seeds into your children correctly, you know. So she reminded me. I said, Labor Day marks the time that we just said, you know what? Maybe children shouldn't be working. This is when we were saying this, right? So I always pull out some old weird history or some old strange facts for her. So this is what I pulled out for y'all. So if you've ever seen the Disney movie Newsies, okay, because there's a teenage Christian Bale in it, and some of y'all probably know all the lyrics to Seize the Day. But anyway, it's actually a true story about these New York newsboys that actually had a strike. It became a film, then later a Broadway adaptation. It's basically an inspirational tale of how, yes, kids, primarily orphan boys and street urchins, as they call them. Street urchins. Look at how we talked about our babies. Basically, they took on the publishing tycoons, Pulitzer, the Pulitzer Prize dude, and the Hearst people. So anyway, I'm gonna tell y'all about it. So it was this little kid named Kid Blink. I lie to you not. In U.S. history, and this is all about Labor Day, y'all. I gotta keep it going. So Kid Blink, he's lived like a charismatic little newsboy. So he demanded that the strikers get a raise. He said, we need a raise. See, Kid Blink, he told over 5,000 followers before there was Instagram and social media and all that. And he said to his followers, ain't that 10 cents worth as much to us as it is to Hearst and Pulitzer, who are millionaires? He just asked a simple question. You know what I'm saying? The kids will lead them, right? So, Kid Blink, he may have been reading those newspapers that he was passing out. Anywho, the newsboys knew that Joseph Pulitzer and William Randolph Hearst, the two wealthiest media moguls in the country at that time, they competed to sell papers, right? So throughout the 1890s, the two tycoons, they managed to raise their circulation to millions each day, but an army of street urchins brought their empires basically crumbling down in only 2 weeks. Because see, what had happened was, um, like other strikes, there was the Rockefeller Ludlow incident, and then there was the London Match Girl strike. The Newsboys strike made headlines because, and I quote, with the protesting children vowing they would, and this is how it's written, they would certainly not use physical force. Instead, the Newsies strategically took down the two tycoons by outsmarting them. So the newsboys of the New York streets, they had to buy bundles of paper, right? At a wholesale price. And at the time, they resell it individually. And they hope to make a profit. Now, a lot of us out here hustling know how, what I'm saying, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, right? But during the Spanish-American War in 1898, the newspapers, they raised the price. Now, they raised the price for a bundle of papers to 60 cents. Now, it might have only been 10 cents to the millionaires, but it was a big damn deal to the newsboys, okay? The little youngsters, and I'm telling you, they was like age 7 to 12. Nobody was like 13, 14. No, we have 7-year-old to 12-year-olds that said, yo, I know that little 10-cent hike don't mean nothing to y'all millionaires, but it mean a whole lot to us. And Kid Blink went out and got him some 5,000 followers before Instagram. Kids was they are awesome, right? So, after the war, all the papers except for William Randolph Hearst's Journal and Joseph Pulitzer World Prize lowered their price back down to 50 cents. So these two moguls was like, no, I'm gonna keep the price as it is. So by the summer of 1899, newsboys was barely subsisting. So on average, they earned only 26 cents a day and worked very long hours. So the newsboys decided to strike and protest the costly papers. The boys, they formed a union and timed their strikes to avoid the cops. Oh my God, 1898, 1899, the kids will lead you. I'm just doing this because of message. Anyway, it was July 18th, 1899. Long Island newsies learned a delivery man for the Journal, which was William Randolph Hearst, right, was shortening their bundles. Guess what the newsboys did? So, because homeboy was cheating them out their wages, they tipped the man's wagon over and stole all his papers. The action triggered a larger strike as the newsboys demanded a rollback to the 1898 prices. The next day, the Manhattan newsboys created a union and announced they were on strike. I'm so proud of these little babies. The newsboys chose the perfect moment to strike. It was during the Brooklyn streetcar drivers' strike. Also, and thus, according to an 11-year-old newsboys, the cops is all busy. Oh my God, they wrote that in the paper. Anyway, the newsies hit the tycoons where it hurt. Their pocketbooks. Message! The children shall lead them. So anyway, I digress. Let me go on. Let me tell you what happened with the newsboys. But anyway, so in 1899, the strike significantly disrupted the New York newspaper business. Go, babies. So the editor of the New York World wrote to Joseph Pulitzer, hey, warning. Hey, listen, the newsboys, that strike has grown into a menacing affair, Mr. Pulitzer. He also reported that practically all the boys in the New York and adjacent towns have quit selling, and the advertisers have abandoned the papers. And it's really very extraordinary demonstration. This is what your other people like calling Pulitzer, like, yo, listen, Trump. Anyway, so the newspapers depended on underpaid child laborers just to distribute their papers. The newspaper tycoons immediately felt the results at the World, and the papers slashed their press run from 360,000 newspapers a day to only a mere 125,000 a day. So the stunned editor said, listen, it's really a remarkable success these boys have had. The strikers led by Kid Blink declared 10 cents meant more to them than these old millionaires. Come on, middle class. Come on now. Let's just say. So this old charismatic newsboy, Kid Blink, he met at Irving Hall during the strike to win over public support. And like I said, at least 5,000 newsies gathered to attack the tycoons. And during a rousing speech, Kid Blink targeted the news tycoons directly. Now let me just show you what Kid Blink, what a picture of him. If y'all can see that, there's a picture. He's just a little baby. Oh my God. So anyway, the children strategically targeted the newspapers during distribution points. I mean, they were just smart about it. This is why I love teaching our children and planting seeds, which I've been doing for about 18 years now. I've been creating a little army of well-informed little black girls and black boys because I work for the school board and I already knew. But I digress. So anyway, the newsboys, their strike stands out since children organized it. That's why I'm talking about it. And this is one of the reasons why we're celebrating Labor Day, because there's no more child labor. Now Gabby, my daughter, she like, Mom, but we want to work. I said, you ain't want to work like this. So anyway, despite their young age, the newsies were well coordinated. They managed to cut circulation of the targeted papers by nearly 2/3, with a group of only 5,000 newsboys meeting in Irving Hall to state their demands. I mean, they just were simple, and most ranged in age from 7 to 12 years old. Uh, you know, the newsboys had to sell late into the night to make a profit, and they weren't employees of the newspapers. Instead, they had to buy the bundles of papers at wholesale from a delivery man, then sell the papers for profit. So this is why my babies was just like, man, the hell? Millionaires? Come on now. So a media war left the newsies scraping for wages, but the newsboys, they just started to use targeted violence to get their demands heard. So what they did was, because these babies was unformidable, like they was going for it. So the newsboys attacked newspaper wagons by throwing fruit and stealing papers to prevent the scabs from selling them. In Long Island City, newsies tipped over a delivery wagon and stole his papers, and they tossed buckets of water on newsstand owners who refused to support the strike. And the leader, Kid Blink, promised they would refrain from dousing women, because he said, and I quote, and we're going to end this little what's your name with this one. A feller don't soak a lady. Kid Blink told his followers. A feller don't soak a lady. Oh my God. Weird history, right? Yes. The time in U.S. history, an army of child laborers went to war against tycoons and won. Now, like I said, y'all, I got copies of everything so that y'all, if y'all wanted to see it yourself, oh my God. But let me talk about something else that's even crazier. Yo, what was hygiene like? What was hygiene like for the factory workers during the Industrial Revolution? Y'all want to know? Oh my goodness. Let me stop before I get censored. All right, so this concludes this particular video, y'all, on the children. They led a strike against powerful tycoons and won. So, with that being said, hey family, I hope y'all having a good day. I hope y'all's barbecue is almost ready. Like mine, I'm about to flip my stuff. I love y'all. Love, peace, hair grease. And I will talk to y'all in a minute. Yeah, because I'll be back. Because I want to talk about what was hygiene like for factory workers during the Industrial Revolution. And then I also want to touch on 14 quarantines that show how people dealt with history's worst pandemics. Because y'all do know we still have a COVID pandemic going on, right? Please mask up. Social distancing. I mean, if you wasn't washing your hands and stuff before, come on now. So I encourage y'all to keep y'all's masks. Even have masks for the babies. T-shirts ain't it. And those little neck gaiters, I'm sorry to tell y'all, but they did research and the neck gaiters ain't it either. Get y'all some real protection. And I love y'all. Talk to y'all in a minute.